Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure tour. Today we're headed up to the cute village of Frankenmuth, Michigan. Frankenmuth has a population of about 5,000 people and is surrounded by Frankenmuth Township. The city's name itself is a combination of two words. Franken represents the province of Franconia in the Kingdom of Bavaria, where the original settlers hailed from, and Mut is the German word for courage. Therefore, Frankenmuth translates to Courage of the Franconians. This beautiful city is often referred to as Little Bavaria due to its strong German heritage. This nickname reflects the cultural influence and roots of the early settlers. Frankenmuth has embraced its German traditions, as you can see by many of the buildings here as we walk through town, and visitors often experience a Bavarian atmosphere with architecture, events, and shops that celebrate the city's cultural background. The history of Frankenmuth reflects its origins as a settlement founded by conservative Lutheran immigrants from an area of Franconia in Germany. The group embarked on their journey aboard a ship called the Caroline in April of 1845, and after 7 weeks they arrived at Castle Garden in New York. From there they traveled via canals and the Great Lakes to Detroit, reaching their destination here in Frankenmuth in August of 1845 after sailing on a steamship called the Nelson Smith. The primary motivation for the settlement was religious, with the Lutheran group intending to establish a mission among the Native Americans. Despite constructing one of the first large buildings, a church, their efforts to convert the local Native American groups were unsuccessful, as many were forced away within a few years. They selected this area of Michigan because the hilly area was reminiscent of their native Middle Franken, and the settlers began constructing rough shelters aiming to create an exclusively German Lutheran community. They pledged loyalty to Germany, especially the Kingdom of Bavaria, and committed to maintaining the German language. The settlement attracted German immigrants until the onset of World War II. Originally part of Bridgeport Township and later Frankenmuth Township, the area became a village in 1904. The nearby villages of Frankenlust, Frankentrust, and Frankenhilf, now called Richville, further underscored the region's appeal to German immigrants from the same Franconian region. The town's German and Franconian culture has been preserved and passed down through generations. The use of the German language remains very much prevalent in signage and speech, with German speakers continuing to reside in town. In fact, one of the churches just outside here, the township called St. Lorenz, offers monthly services in the German language, which contribute to the preservation of the community's cultural heritage. This building here on our right is the Frankenmuth Woolen Mill, and it holds a significant place in Michigan history as a centennial business, and it's recognized as the oldest continuously operated woolen mill in the state. The original mill structure, which opened its doors in October of 1894, remains in use today with much of its original architecture intact. During World War I, the Frankenmuth Woolen Mill played a crucial role in supporting the American troops. The mill secured a contract to produce 66,000 pairs of socks, mitts, and leg wraps for the troops. This wartime production was a significant boon for the company, elevating it to the position of the largest employer in the town at the time. Today, the Frankenmuth Woolen Mill continues its operation and has evolved into one of the largest producers of wool bedding in the United States. Despite the passage of time, the mill still utilizes much of its original equipment, contributing to its historical significance and maintaining a connection to its roots. On our right is Rose Country Store. Originally established as the Hotel Getz in 1902, Rose Country Store has been a family favorite since 1964. Oscar and Evelyn started this country store as Michigan's most unique store, offering Frankenmuth visitors a chance to take a step back in time to the days of yesteryears. Two of the more historic buildings in Frankenmuth are actually restaurants. The first one we see here on our left, just across the street, is the Bavarian Inn. This building has a history that dates back many, many years. It started with the Zehnder family. They were prominent in Frankenmuth's history, who immigrated from Germany in 1846. A trip back to Bavaria in the 1950s inspired them to redecorate their restaurant into a Bavarian theme. This transformation, accentuated by a 50-foot-high glockenspiel, reflected Frankenmuth's strong German heritage. The Bavarian Inn, as it became to be known, became a symbol of this cultural influence. Notably, the inn achieved recognition as one of the 10 largest restaurants in the United States. and has served over 20 million meals between 1888 and 1988. On our right here is another restaurant that was owned by, or still is owned by, the Zehnder family. On this site originally was what was known as Frankenmuth's first restaurant inside the Exchange Hotel, and it dates back to its opening on this site in 1856. In 1900, John Hubinger constructed the new Exchange Hotel on this location. This restaurant was later acquired by William Zehnder Sr. and his wife Emily in 1928. Under the ownership of the Zehnder family, the hotel underwent a significant transformation. They remodeled it with an early American theme and officially opened its doors on Mother's Day in 1929. During the inaugural day, they served 312 family-style chicken dinners for the price of $1 each. Utilizing Emily's recipe, the Zehnder family built their business around the concept of serving the Sunday chicken dinners 7 days a week. Led by William and Emily's son Edwin, Zehnder's of Frankenmuth became not only a Michigan institution, but also one of the state's most popular tourist destinations. The restaurant's success and popularity led to its recognition as one of the nation's largest independent restaurants. Between 1929 and 2005, more than 26 million people had dined at Zehnder's of Frankenmuth, solidifying its place in the culinary and cultural history of this region. Morning. The Bavarian Inn's Holz-Brucke, which translates to wooden bridge in German, is a remarkable structure that pays homage to a bygone era. Completed in 1980, the bridge's design is reminiscent of 19th century aesthetics, reflecting a nostalgic charm. However, it's not just the architectural style that evokes the past, it's also the dedication to hard work and craftsmanship that replicates the traditional methods used in constructing these types of covered bridges. Affectionately known as the covered bridge locally, this structure spans 239 feet across the scenic Cass River. The construction involved the use of 163,288 board feet of wood with nearly 1,000 pounds of non-wood material. The bridge itself is made predominantly of Douglas fir and is adorned with over 25,000 shingles. One of the unique aspects of the covered bridge construction is the historical touch in the installation process. In January of 1980, a team of oxen was employed to pull the completed bridge into place over a span of 12 days. This process occurred at a remarkably slow rate, with the bridge moving only 3 inches per minute. This deliberate and traditional approach added to the authenticity and historical resonance of the entire project. I hope you've enjoyed this Wandering Walks of Wonder tour here in Frankenmuth, Michigan. If you've been to Frankenmuth, leave a comment about your experiences there, or if you're planning on visit, also leave a comment. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you on our next Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Take care now. Bye-bye.